Hi guys, today I want to talk to you about news from the budget from yesterday. The federal government yesterday announced the 2022 budget, and in it were a lot of measures aimed at the housing market. So we're going to take a look at what was in there, how it's likely to affect the real estate market going forward, what was good, what was bad, and what could have been in there, and let's look at a few things that are still to be done. So what was in there? A ban on foreign ownership in Canada for 2 years, a tax on house flipping within 12 months, tax-free saving account up to $40,000 for first-time home buyers, an increase in the first-time buyers tax credit, an increased tax credit for accessibility renovations, an increased spending for new construction and affordable housing over the next 10 years, and cutting some of the red tape for new developments. A tax credit of $7,500 for developing accessory suites to help those in multi-generational homes. A commitment to introduce a buyer's bill of rights that was previously announced. Measures such as a cooling off period for buyers, and mandatory inspections and blind bidding are being discussed with the provinces right now. So what was good? Ban on foreign ownership may be a good move. Many countries have done the same thing, and this may be why Canada has seen an increase in foreign investors over the last few years. But foreign buyers don't take up anywhere near the amount of homes that many fear they do. It's a subset of the market. It's not a major part, and there are many major flaws with this plan, and I'm going to discuss that a little further down. A tax on house flipping and speculation is a great idea. This is not going to impact those who have a major life change, such as people have an increase in family, divorce, and that kind of situation. If you have a legitimate reason to sell, it won't impact you at all. If you bought a house for simply pure speculation, this is going to be something that you want to look at. So I have seen a bigger increase in this type of activity in the recent years. As the markets go up, this kind of activity becomes more and more, and it does take homes out of the buyer pool and restricts supply. So however, this is really just going to tighten an existing rule, and it's allowing the CRA to take a closer look at these sales, and this income should be reported as income. If it's not, the penalties are severe and the CRA will come after you. Tax-free savings accounts is a great idea, but there are already many ways of doing this, but every little helps. So it's not a bad thing, but it's a dip in the ocean. The accessory apartment tax credit is a great idea. Really like this. Growing families with nowhere to house people, but you have space, you want to renovate the basement. Hey, you're going to get a tax credit to help you do that. It's certainly going to help a lot of those costs, and is going to boost a little bit in the construction industry as well. So no downside to that. Spending on new construction, cutting red tape for new development sounds great, but there's no substance here, and they really need the commitment of the provinces and the cities who control this to make it happen. As we've already seen, the Ontario government had tried this very recently. The cities really don't want to cooperate with some of these ideas, and the province has already lost some of these battles, so let's see how the feds get on. Maybe they can do better, but right now there's a lot of hesitation on the cities' part to make some significant changes that would help. What was bad? If they really have the intention of cooling the market down, this really won't make a massive dent. So there are some areas that are already seeing a drop in activity in the GTA on pricing and activity, and this really won't make a difference either way. I think if it's already slowed down, it's not going to make any difference. It's probably because of other reasons that it's taken a slowdown. They could have done a lot more, and they fell short of really solving some of the significant issues that would help us to get us where we are. Here are some of the issues that I have with the plan. The ban on foreign buyers will have little impact. It's between 1% and 4% of the market. That means 96 to 99% of the market is still unaffected. There are multiple exemptions, loopholes, and ways around this change, so don't expect it to hit the market that much. The ban on house flipping could have gone much further. It really only ties an existing rule. I really don't see it making a major dent in the impact. It's really just where the CRA being able to catch people who are already doing this, who should be reporting it as business income and not. And the Bill of Rights is just a proposal, it's nothing solid. There are some major challenges to make any of these rule changes law. Some of them seem quite frankly pointless, such as the ban on blind bidding, something I'll go into in a future post. The plan to increase building is a great long-term solution, but still needs all levels of government to buy in, and it will take years for this to have any impact in the real estate market at all. In fact, it's likely all way too little too late. It lacks any real details of how it's going to make anything happen. With a rapidly growing population, we need more immediate solutions, but there really aren't many. This should have been looked at 10 years ago, and we're kind of paying the price today for it not being done. And it's definitely created some of the housing crunch that we've got right now. None of these measures will really impact the market a great deal, maybe for a week or two, but long term, really they fall short of any real solution. What could they have done? If they were really truly serious about slowing the market, they could have looked at some of these instead. Thankfully, they didn't. I'm not suggesting these were good things or good plans, but there were definitely things that they could have done if they were really going to get serious about home prices. They could have looked at banning HELOCs, with 25% of home sales being investor purchases using HELOCs as down payments. Would see a major ripple in the market. It was something that was discussed, but they didn't do. Ban on foreign home buyers instead ban on foreign money instead of foreign buyers. There's a big difference between the two. If you still can use foreign money, a foreign investor just needs to find the right loophole to invest in Toronto and Canada. A ban on pre-construction assignments. If you buy it, you close it. Whilst this income will now be taxed, we could have seen this tightened even more. Definitely would have been a good way of restricting sales. Increasing the amortization for first-time home buyers to 30 years rather than 25, creating really a two-tier system for mortgages for lending would ease affordability for this sub-market, the bottom end of the market generally, but it would definitely have helped people's affordability. What's still in store? So there are still things they're working on. The Buyer's Bill of Rights, which I talked about, is still to be finalised. Some of the proposals in there are banning blind bids. Banning blind bids. This may not be a great solution. More on this on a later post. The right to a home inspection. Well, this already exists. In fact, it's in every offer, and many buyers waive it now. So what are they going to do? Are they planning to make them mandatory? Are they going to force buyers to have one? Are they going to force sellers to provide one? If the sellers provide one, how accurate will it be? What if the buyers still want to waive it? None of these things are being filled in, so there's definitely a lot of grey area on this one. Mandatory disclosure to all parties when acting for more than one side in a transaction. There's already law in Ontario. As far as I know, it's a law in most places, so maybe they're just tightening that in some way. In fact, it's completely banned in BC, so they're not looking at banning it, just advising people it's happening. It's already something that happens. Total transparency on past sales, sale prices, including an easily accessible registry. It's a great idea, but not a major issue. Most major websites now have sold prices anyway. I always do as much research as I can in this area for my buyers. They know what is paid, when it was last sold, before they make an offer anyway. But making it mandatory won't harm. It's not really going to have an effect on home prices. Homes are valued on current value, not past sales anyway. Mortgage deferral for up to 6 months for life events such as job losses. This is a great idea. I don't see any downside to this. Making mortgage lenders a fiduciary style relationship. Again, another great idea. It's what real estate agents have to do already. But again, it really is not going to affect home prices. It's really just a lending rule change. Will this impact the GT real estate market, the budget? In a word, no, or at least not a lot and not for long. However, it may change some buyers' behaviour in the short term. It's not a bad idea to take in some of these areas, but don't expect the market to change significantly anytime soon based on either these affordability plans. Interest rate changes are already having an impact on the market. Some subsections of the market are already seen a move back, so people are not looking so much in the York and Durham region. We're in the freehold market. They're now looking into the condo market because it's more affordable. So it's there's still a lot of activity out there. Nothing's really significantly changed, and I don't expect it to based on this budget. Any questions? Just let me know. You can give me a call, 416-319-4299. Text me, call me, or email me anytime, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And have a great day. Thank you.